Hi everybody, it's Yvonne with Freightbrokerchic back again. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit those buttons and share. With Dexter and I just wanted to say thank you so much for sharing. Our numbers are climbing. We're not like the biggest YouTubers, you know that, but our numbers are steady climbing, and that's really because of you. And we really just wanted to say thank you. Thank you not so much just for the process of sharing, but thank you that you feel we're putting out information that is of value to you. In fact, someone hit me up and just said they really enjoy our videos. She said, I love your videos because we give real life examples. We give it real experience, and they are. We're not making this stuff up. These things really happen. And when you're a broker, I mean, there's so much more we haven't even covered yet. And so I wanted him to come on today and talk about, just a little bit about from his heart about what it takes, the stamina, the stick-to-itiveness. It's real easy to get discouraged when you're trying to broker freight and your truck breaks down, or your carrier falls off the load, or, all these things happen. Your load just disappears. We had a couple instances where, there's been fraud on some loads, and so you are really a individual that's wearing a lot of hats, solving major problems because your customer has given you thousands and thousands of dollars and entrusted you with their product, and you do feel responsible. Now, if you don't feel responsible, then you're probably in the wrong field. But if you're like Dexter and I, and you feel responsible when that customer sends you that tender with those dollars, and you start seeing those thousands of dollars, you feel responsible. So he's just going to share a little bit about that experience and what it takes.
Well, firstly, let's just start with the sales phone call. You're going to have to make a lot of sales phone calls, maybe even use different sites on social media, to reach your traffic manager. Or the person who's over the shipping department, or a department that's over the shipping department at a customer. There's 76 million shipping customers in America. So you should be able to find somebody, but it's not always easy. You're going to get some no's. You're going to get a lot of no's. You're going to get people saying they don't work with brokers. You're going to get people saying that they're under contract. You're going to get people saying that their freight is customer routed. That means that when the product is manufactured, the actual the manufacturer calls the actual customer and says, hey, listen, what you want me to make has been produced for you, and then the actual customer sends his own truck in to pick the load up and bring it back to them. Therefore, the manufacturer does nothing but manufacture, and does not also do manufacturing plus transportation for the customer.
Right, I was just saying it on the back end. The receiver was going to take care of the whatever.
Okay. But yeah,
Master Trainer, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking what he was saying. He just said it differently.
Yeah, you see, that's how you do me. Anyway, but yes, it might be customer routed freight. They might be under contract. They might only do business with ABCs, asset-based carriers, and that's a carrier that owns their own trucks and trailers and has their drivers. So you're going to get a lot of opposition out there, but there are diamonds out there. There is still gold in those hills. And when you make that right sales phone call, or connect online with that right traffic manager, and they like what you got, and you're giving them good pricing, and they feel that they can trust you, even though you haven't met these people, then the doors open up, and then you actually get into the game, because then you're actually starting to move freight, Then from there, it's going to go from you, now you've got the customer, now you got to service the customer. And that means that you're going to have to make sure that the freight gets picked up on time, is delivered on time, communicate with the customer as much as possible, giving them updates and locations on where their freight is. Also talking to the actual carrier and building up the carrier base and seeing exactly what the carrier's needs are, getting any feedback from the carrier about maybe even the site they picked up. Is there anything that I need to know to tell another carrier when they come to pick up at this particular origin? Or is there something I need to tell another carrier about this particular destination that they're delivering to? You have to, sometimes you wouldn't even think to ask these questions, but you should be asking these questions, because the more information and feedback you can get from both your customer about how they feel about you and how you feel, and how your carrier also feels about the runs they're doing. If you have the right mixture of both, and you give the customer the feedback that they need, and also give the carrier the the wherefore that you care about what's going on with them and their driver, you build both. You'll get more
Correct.
business from your customer because they'll say, hey, this guy's really into what I'm doing as far as servicing my customer. And the carrier said, you know what? I've dealt with a lot of different brokers, but Dexter always treats me nice. He talks to me nice. He makes sure I get paid good money. He gives me a call. I'll definitely move a freight for him. And so then you have this nice little relationship between you, your customer, your carrier, and as both of those come by you as the broker, money's dropped off, and it's great.
Right.
So it just, the biggest thing about being a broker is not giving up. Not giving up. You're not gonna have you might not have a good month. You might not have a good year.
Right.
It goes up, it goes down, it goes left, it goes right.
So let
but
me
you have
ask you
to
that.
believe in it. Yeah.
Why you brought that up, because you have so much experience with that. How about, like, just for you personally, because I had someone hit me up and say, and I get this all the time from you guys, well, how long is it going to be before I start making money? Right. The ultimate, that's the $1 million question.
How long?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's kind of like saying, it's like going to artists and say, how long is it going to be before you're a rock star? I see you out here playing on these little clubs, but do you know how long it's going to be before you're a major, a worldwide sensation?
Right.
They can't tell you because they don't know their future. What you can know is that they're going to keep on trying, and as they try, their popularity and fame is going to grow, and so they might reach that point one day, but you don't know when that point is going to be reached. Brokering is the same way. Brokering does not work unless you have a customer. Point. Period. Brokering does not work. As I tell my students when I'm training them, I'm going to teach you how to build a sports car, and it can take you a long, long distance and do wonderful things for you. But the engine is the customer, and you're going to have to go out here and find the customer. Now, I'm going to give you all the hunting tools you need. I'm going to even point you in the right direction where all the customers hang out at, and I'm going to try to help you build your book of business. But alas, some people are not born salespeople. Right. If you're a natural born salesperson, brokering is the thing for you. If you're not a natural born salesperson, you might be more of an ops person where you just move freight for somebody. But being able to also move freight and also convince somebody to give you their business, that's what makes a true broker. Okay. If you're just moving freight, you're an ops person. Now, understand, operations people are very important. You can't make any money without them. You're going to have somebody. If you've got a lot of freight being moved, you need you need ops people, because you're not going to be able to move all the freight by yourself. But the salesperson is the key. The sales is the key in brokering. Mm-hmm. You have to practice with sales. Watch YouTube videos of anything about making sales phone calls. I used to watch a guy named Zig Ziglar myself. Great stuff on YouTube. Research your skill, know what you're talking about, and when you call in, be ready for anything a traffic manager might say. If you leave a message, go in and leave a message, and slow down when you leave your phone number, your callback phone number, and always push the pound sign, because sometimes you just leave a message and it's not actually recorded. You always have to hit the pound sign to get different phone functions for our traffic manager's telephone system.
Well,
it's
you brought up
it's just these little things.
Little things, right? And that's one thing that Dexter does cover. We do cover that in our training.
I just gave away some of the training for free.
Yeah, he did. But
it's all right.
We teach you
it's a lot more.
The logistics language. There is a language to logistics, and you can't just email them and say anything, because they won't know what you are talking about. We had that recently while I was training someone. They emailed a customer, and I hit the agent back, and I was like, "What are you saying? They're not gonna know what you're talking about." And sure enough, the customer hit us back and said, like,
"Who is this?"
Like, right? And so I emailed the agent back with the exact format. This is what you have to say to the customer. But that's part of training. So it's a learning process, and people think they can just jump into this. I see you guys, and I'm sorry, but you can't just go on the FMSCSA site and get a broker authority, get your bond and all this other stuff, and then say, hey, bam, I'm a broker. It does not work like that.
Yeah, nor can you just watch a
No,
videotape
you can't watch for videotapes and
learn how to be a broker. No, it's way more complex than that.
Way more.
That's like saying, okay, well, I watched a videotape on how to be a master at martial arts, and so since I watched the videotape and I did the kicks and the moves on the video, I am now a martial arts master. No, it don't work like that.
It does not work like that.
No.
And so, with that said, our next training is going to be August 25th. My information will be in the comments. Please hit me up, and I will get you all of the information that you need. And trust me, when you are done with our training, you will know how to broker freight. So again, it's also helping. It's also a safety net. You know, most businesses fail in the first year or two of getting started, and that's because you don't have proper instruction, you don't have proper mentor. With Dexter as your mentor, trust me, you will just not fall out unless you just don't want to do it. I mean, like he always says, you'll get out of it what you put into it. If you put the work into it, you are going to move freight.
If you take the course, but then you don't make sales phone calls or don't try to contact the customer, you're not going to be able to use what I taught you.
Right, exactly.
But if you take the course, learn how to actually do customer sales. I go through customer sales with all my students. You go out there, you start pounding the phones, you start hitting social media, you're gonna find somebody. I found people. You will find somebody to ship with you, and you will start. And then the more you do it, like anything else with humans, the more you do it, the easier it gets. So that one customer turns to two customers, turns to 4 customers, turns to 6 customers, and it just keeps on blossoming like that. And basically every customer is another
avenue.
Everybody's always talking about making more streams of income and stuff like that, but in brokering, each customer you get is a new string of income.
Correct.
You know, and so
you don't have to be all over the place.
You don't have to be try to think of, okay, what I should. I'm going to have this. I'm going to get into real estate over here. I'm going to get my insurance license over here. I'm going to get my notary public license over here. I'm going to do this over here. You know, it's just
it doesn't work. In brokering, you can't stretch yourself out like that.
Right. You have to be dedicated, and you also have to have your daytimes free, or you need to have your daytimes partially free, because the people that you're going to be calling, the traffic managers, they're at work from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day.
Every day.
So
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday. Those are the shot callers. They work first shift jobs, so you have to be available on first shift or partially some of first shift to be able to actually give them a call and actually get the freight from them. It's just these little things that are just part of being a broker. You know, now I've seen people that work late and they had to call different time zones too. So thing is, let's just say you work a day job and you work from 9 to 5. Well, when you get off at 5, California's
still open.
California's still open for 3 hours.
Right.
And so you can still make phone calls to California depending on where you are in your time zone. You just have to, depends on how bad you want it, if you're going to go and get it.
Correct. All right, guys, thank you so much. Again, August 25th, next training. And thank you guys again for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you next time here on Freightbrokerchic. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.